Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for the last 16 of the Kaspersky RIGA Masters against the Belgian Bullet Luca Brissell. It's round 3, therefore it is the last 16. It's a best of 7, we'll play the opening 4 frames in today's episode, and then on Monday's episode, which will be episode 200 believe it or not, we're on episode 199 now. We will play the remainder of the frames. Now, of course, it might well be all over today. We might win the first 4 frames, or vice versa. Luca wins the first 4 frames, and it is match over. But we're not going to do what we've done in previous episodes and perhaps play a frame longer if we think that either player's got a chance of winning, because at the end of the day, if that doesn't happen, then we've got a very short episode next time out. So this will be a maximum of 4 frames. So let's have a quick look, though, at the matchup history between ourselves and Brissell before we get into it. And actually, it's a very positive matchup history. I thought that we were far more well balanced than this, but in the last 4 meetings we have beaten Luca Brissell every single time. Okay, in the last one, in the Gibraltar Open quarter-final, it was very close, 4 frames to 3. We won that in the decider, and we did manage to get into the final of that tournament before succumbing to John Higgins. But in the 3 matches before that, it was fairly comfortable in the European Masters, China Open, and then in the shootout of Season 2, a tournament we went on to win, we beat Luca Brissell every single time. In the first 2 matches we played against him, though, in the Grand Prix and the German Masters of Season 1 and Season 2, we lost against him 3-0 on both occasions. So we're hoping that it's not a landslide like that today in Brissell's favour. But I guess it's just a case of getting off to a good start, making sure it's at least 2-2, so winning at least 2 frames in this session, and then we can be happy. We didn't play brilliantly against Jimmy Robertson. It was quite weird, wasn't it, really, that in that first frame we played really well, no mistakes, and then after that we just seemed to lose something, and hopefully that hasn't carried on into today's match. Hopefully we start afresh and we start well, because we have never got past the last 16 of the Riga Masters in the 3 seasons that we've done it so far. In Season 1 we went out in the opening round to Jamie Clark. In the second season we went out in the last 32 to Yang Bingtao. And then last season, we got to the last 16 and unfortunately lost to Kyron Wilson. So seeing as every year we have gone forward 1 spot, maybe this year might be the year to go and get to the last 8. The thing is, I feel like that we must have got past the last 32. Was it the last 16 to Yan Bingtao in Season 2? Possibly. I feel like in Season 2 we got past the last 32. So I remember doing 2 episodes on Riga Masters. So it might not be true that necessarily, but again, it's certainly our chance to get to the last 8 for the last time here. Not the best shot though. We going to find it a bit tricky to cover off that 1 red. Luca had played a good break-off shot to avoid us getting on that red, but of course that's opened up other opportunities as well. So Luca Brissell's going to take the pot on. It's not the best.
And he's missed that.
And he's missed it. Well, that is a shocker. That's an absolute shocker. Wow. Wasn't expecting that from Brissell. So just a simple tap in now.
Not really the level of control he was after there.
Yeah, I do agree with that, to be honest. I don't think that was the best shot in the world. So we're going to have to use the blue here. Just use the cushion to our advantage. Yeah, that's okay. It's not brilliant, but it certainly gives us a sniff at a half chance here. But again, it wasn't the best shot from us on the original red. So we're not going to take too many risks here. We're just going to play with backspin. Try not to leave too much on, but it was a brilliant pot. So again, our reluctance to play position is going to make the next shot fairly awkward in terms of getting position for the next red. But if we can knock the blue in, we've certainly got a chance. Tricky blue this. I'm hoping we're on target. Cracking shot. Alright, not the cleanest. It did, I think, come off the 1 jaw, but does that really matter? It was a good shot. It's taken us a few shots, but it's a nice recovery to get hopefully now to where we want to be. In and around the black ball. but would you believe it, we're pretty much in the same spot again.
Would have wanted that under better control,
But,
really.
if we can pop the black, I suppose we can get the red balls moving a little bit and see what we can do here. Got to pop the black though first, and it's there. We've managed to split a few, and we won't know till this cue ball stops what sort of position we've got. It's not terrible,
20.
but once again, it's not ideal. Does that red go? Oh, it's close. Would have been certainly nice if that was on, but I don't think we've got much of a chance apart from that. No, none of these go. There's no real plant. Might play with a bit of side here. Well, look what the low-risk shot is. If we have to play this with a load of pace, then I won't take the chance. But I feel like this is a good chance to try to take. But we've got to be very precise with the cue ball here. No, it's too hard. Might just drop in. Might get a bit of luck. No.
That's a shocker. Neil Robertson.
Well, I wouldn't quite call it a shocker. Yeah, we again, a little bit unfortunate, but bad positional shots. You're having to chase the cue ball around the table, and that's the problem. And Luca Brussel's only had one chance there and has placed the cue ball perfectly. We're just being a bit hesitant with our shots.
A half chance.
But I mean, he's got on the black, but he's playing the green. That is
What a great
a bizarre
shot
shot to say the least.
4.
Maybe to get on this red to the middle, but then he's not got that perfectly, so I felt like it was a bit of a,
5.
almost a hop, skip and a jump shot, really.
This will test his technique.
Going for the blue here, and he's missed it by a mile. Is this going to open up the reds at all?
Look at Brissell. 5.
Interesting. Doesn't open up the reds necessarily, but certainly opens that one up to the corner pocket.
He's taking it on.
So, from the evidence I've seen so far, Brissell isn't in the best form.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
That might well be a bit of a helping hand to us. Got to get in a very specific position here if we want to go for the red. Just got to hope we hit this accurately. And it's about there with the power. Needs to get in that gap between the two reds. Let's pop the one that's close to the black. We've got to be close to being in that gap, but we won't know for sure. But it's a good shot. That's a good shot. We got in the gap. Excellent. Alright, it wasn't the trickiest shot in the world, but it still requires some skill. If we weren't on that, we'd have really struggled
5.
to play a safety.
No real problem here.
But we can certainly get in here. We can certainly start to
Played that very well.
make inroads on winning the frame.
A delicate touch required here.
And it's a best of 7, so the format's not that much
Position to take on a colour here.
bigger, really, than the best of 5.
Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
Love how Neil Folds knows how good the split is before it happens. Oh, dear. Again, I find it quite funny when they say this. Brilliant split. No, I don't agree. I don't see much of an opportunity at all, apart from this ridiculously
He's aiming
quarter
corner here.
chance from how close the cue ball is to the ball here. So I have to disagree with Neil Folds. I don't think that's a good split. But it is a good split, I suppose, in the way that we can at least play a safety and not be too worried. And if that bounces off the brown nicely, which it has,
Neil
that's a
Robertson,
beautiful shot.
20.
Again, only one red to aim at here, so that limits his options. But it's a very good reply. Very good reply, given that he only had one option there.
That's an excellent shot.
Glad we haven't gone into all the reds here, but we might have a spot of bother, or this could have been played just perfectly. Have a
That's an
butchers at
excellent
that.
shot and a challenging snooker.
Cracking shot.
He'll be conscious of not overhitting this.
He's got out of it. What's the damage? It's not too bad, but it certainly leaves a pot on. It leaves a start, which is sometimes all you need. The balls
Shot, but not what he was hoping for.
have split at least slightly, I guess, now, so
Taking this on
we've
to
got
the
somewhat of
right
a chance. It's not been one visit snooker by any stretch, but it hasn't got to be all the time. And we have to accept we're not the best player in the world at the moment. I don't think we've been the best player in the world at any point throughout this career mode, but things won't go for us sometimes. We've got to work that bit harder, but we've certainly got a good chance here. Try and open up these reds a bit more. There's a good opportunity to do so here. Just hope we don't fall flat on our face with position, and it's not great. But that was the risk we took. If we can pot a colour here, we do give ourselves a really good opportunity. And to be honest,
Just wants to sink this
if we
into
pot
the
this,
left corner pocket.
any sort of reaction from here would mean that we're on a red, and you can see we certainly are.
Shot.
11.
So we've got a good advantage in this frame. Pity that red. I think it would probably just go, but I don't want to test it particularly. I don't want to test that theory and be caught out.
So this pot.
But we lead by 46. After that pot, there are only 4 reds left on the table.
Great cue.
So that's 59 points. And with a lead of 47, we're not too far away from winning the frame here. Again, much like the last shot with the colour, whatever reaction we get off the cushion, I'll be surprised if we're not on a red.
Careless
And
shot
surprised
there.
you might well be. Look where that cue ball's going to land. That's a stinker of a shot. Anywhere but there, to be honest. That's rather annoying. That is rather annoying. Oh well, these things happen. Didn't expect to hit the ball that thick, I have to say. But I think we've got away with it. Certainly from an easy shot point of view. That blue has blocked the route of the red into the pocket. This is a tough red, and that's why he's not going for it. Just playing the safety, but that is a poor shot from Brissell. He's hit the red on the way back up, and if he hadn't hit that red, it'd probably been a good safety, but he's given us a chance, and a chance to pretty much wrap up the frame.
What a beautiful pot that is.
There you go, a bit of a delayed response, but not really too fussed. So we know we just need this pink. And the frame will be ours. But I'm going to go for the lesser colour here, just to try and get on a red, but it's not really going to happen. So whatever we do, we're not going to get on a red, basically, is what I'm saying. So
That's the pink ball now.
might as well take the pink on. Get 2 more points. It's a bit more of a cushion at the end of the day.
7.
Try and get this red up bulk somewhere. Maybe pot it, not quite, but yeah, that's fine. I can live with that.
Robertson, 7.
So we will come back to the table here, try and get 2 snookers. Not really worked there, but I have to say I'm not too
Brilliant.
concerned. It's a pretty good shot, actually, that is. Again, just a bit of a hit and hope we did, and it wasn't a bad shot at all. Time to come off the cushion here to hit the red. And there you go. That should be the end of that. Just tapping this red. Be a lead of 58. With 43 left on the table. He ain't going to come back to the table for that. But just to make sure of it, we'll pop the colour.
He's looking at the pot into the left centre.
Get the extra 6 points. Just play up to the red. I'm not fussed about clearing up here. We've won the frame. That's all that matters. And it's a good start for us. I'm happy with that.
Neil Robertson, 7. Frame conceded. Frame, Neil Robertson.
And now the frame is
But a
here.
decent start. But much like the match against Jimmy Robertson, he didn't really show much in the first frame.
I agree. You really get
But
the
he has
sense
got
this next
another
frame is
opportunity
pretty
here to show what he's made of. But I suppose, in comparison to Robertson, Jimmy Robertson that is, he didn't have many chances. Luca Brissell certainly had a chance or two and didn't really take it. So we'll have to see how that develops. Bit of a thick safety shot, opening things up. an attacking safety. But not opening things up too much. So not causing too much of a headache for us. You can hear the dog making a guest appearance. I don't know if the red just goes. We'll have to see. No, just a safety then. Again, another fairly positive safety, but that's not helped him at all. Does this red go? No, it doesn't. But this one does. Well, it's a bit of a risk taking this on, to be honest. It's not the easiest of shots in the world, and we've got to play it with power to get on a colour. But I'm fairly confident, sort of 95%. And it's there.
That's not the best split.
But not the best position. I wonder, can we get on this pink pot to the top corner pocket? It's a risk. It is really a risk because you can see the balls are at whoever is at the table after this shot. They're at his feet, whoever he may be. So it's a risky one to take on this, but if we can pot it, it's a very rewarding one. Then we'll know pretty quickly what it's going to do. Just need a bit of luck from the cushion, and we don't get it.
A miss nonetheless.
Well,
Neil Robertson.
no regrets about taking that one on. Couldn't have really played too much for safety.
1.
But I'll tell you what, he's nearly out of position. I think he might be saved by the pink. He's going to play the blue. Lovely shot on the blue. Bit of a recovery, though, there. I don't think he'll make a mistake like that in the rest of the frame. But again, you can put it down to luck. You can put it down to anything, really. Whatever you think the reason is, I would go with a bit of luck there. You know, it was...
What a top shot that is.
Again, we've played the positive shot, we got a nice pot, and we didn't get any position at all. We were very close to the pink, and of course, sometimes with these shots, the closer you are, the worse it is. Sometimes it's better to miss these things by an absolute mile.
20.
And after all our hard work in the first frame, it might well be one each, but that's just the way that the game goes. Thought the game had frozen there, I had a bit of a panic.
27.
He just wants this to
Not the
drop
easiest shot he's set up here. His
top.
position's not brilliant, but again, he recovers well. There's plenty of opportunities, plenty of options on the table, so he's not going to worry too much.
33.
And I can't see much of a problem for Brissell winning this frame, although he's not played the best positional shot throughout, so that might be our saving grace, perhaps.
34.
So he's going to have to play the blue here, I'm guessing. It's not the easiest shot from where he is. Well, he certainly
Long
can't
pot,
play the pink.
Right up his street.
And there you
He
go.
missed it.
I said he played a few poor shots so far, and that one adds to the list. So, I think you'd agree that this is a fairly good chance. Going to have to play this with pace and just hope we've got our potting accuracy on, and it's a lovely pot. So could this set up an opportunity to take a lead of 2-0?
1.
Only the pink and yellow on their spots. So we'll put the blue back to its rightful location. That'll help us out, particularly with the fact that the black's tied up and the pink's not always going to be a ball we can get on.
6.
Just gives us more options at the end of the day. Don't think anybody can dispute that one.
Into the right corner.
But this would be a bit of a steal, to be honest. It would hurt Luca to lose this one.
Tremendous pot.
7.
Because everyone knows it was a good opportunity he had. It was a bad miss on the
The long pot's
pink.
on.
It was a shot I
He's
don't
going
regret
for it.
taking on, but it was a golden opportunity for someone to go and clear up.
Another great long pot.
He couldn't do it, though, so
12.
it's now our chance to take the opportunity. And it'd be a good lead at this point. It really would.
Nicely onto the colour.
Be a good lead for us to have.
15. 19.
Bit worried about the free reds by the black, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it, as far as I'm concerned.
20.
So the one will go off the cushion. That's interesting to note. I think that might be worth getting rid of now,
Wants to drop into the centre pocket.
just to avoid any strange issues, if you like, any issues that we wouldn't maybe have countered for when we split these. And I think now might be a good idea to split the reds, but again, it's a risk if this shot goes wrong. Yeah, red's there. Decent shot. Can't complain at that one. That's a good shot. Need a good pot on the pink here, and then I think we're pretty much set. But this is the crucial shot, I would say.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
And it's there.
And in it
You know you've got a good chance when you've got your pick of the three balls. Okay, the one that it's actually aimed us onto is probably the shot that we definitely wouldn't pick. But in most situations, I guess you'd take it. So the scores and the doors are level. And you have to say, particularly where the balls are now, we are the strong favourite to take this frame. But having the odds with you is great and brilliant. But you've got to back that up. I know I've droned on about it a bit now, and I said I wouldn't talk about the fast, but at 12-5 up, we were the favourite to go and beat Ronnie. But it's all well and good if you can have the odds, but you've got to back it up.
$41.
Wonder if we can get to the blue here. Yeah, we can. Good.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Good shot. Use the cushion to our advantage. Just get off it slightly, but give ourselves enough room. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Play that red to the middle pocket. And then play up for the blue ball. Just gives ourselves a bit more flexibility in going for the yellow, that's all.
47.
And if we can pot a few more balls here, our aim at the start of today's episode will have been met. We'll have won 2 frames, but I think in this positive position, we should be striding for a bit more. Maybe to go 3-1 up, and if we can get 3-0 up, then who knows? But we didn't really figure that one out very well, did we?
Just the colours to go.
Might be a safety with this green. Don't think there's much chance of getting on it for a pot, and
54.
Again, I don't fancy it from there. It's a shot that some would maybe take on, but yeah, not me. No, thank you.
He's looking to get the white in behind the blue here.
So just a safety. Might not be a bad one, actually. Might not be a bad one. Wouldn't mind a bit of help from the black. That's a cracking shot.
Very well.
So if he doesn't get out of this, which he hasn't, it's well, he can only draw the frame.
What's he going to do? If he gets this
So,
right, it'll be a real tester for his opponent.
simple up and down shot here, put him in a bit more trouble. Don't know where that black ball is, so don't know where the cue balls ended up, but he's okay. He's not in a snooker.
Shot, but not what he was hoping for.
Just got to focus now on making sure that we don't leave any silly opportunity. 'Cause it can happen very easily, that can. Without even realising it. Doesn't particularly matter about getting him into a snooker. Just keep that green ball safe.
Nope, not the result he was
But
after.
Luca with it all to do, but all of a sudden it can become a lot easier if you do get a chance. And this is a fairly good chance, and it's one that, as you can see here, I'm willing to
Green needed here.
take on. It is a dangerous one if we miss. Looks pretty good to me, though, and it's right in the heart of the pocket, and that should be the frame. But I'd like to secure it with the brown. It's not an easy shot. We might well miss this. And if we do, he might well come back to the table. Ooh, just off. So I think he will come back to the table. 28 ahead, 22 to go. We can get out of this.
Neil Robertson, 3. Foul. Neil Robertson.
Maybe not now, though.
Looks to be
Maybe
playing
not
on
now. A little bit unlucky there, but he loses 4 points. He's lost another 4 there, and that should be definitely frame over now. But just to make sure that there's no abnormalities or any surprises, we're just going to pot these 3 balls and make sure that it is the frame for us. I think we'd have felt pretty hard done to lose that frame, but it's happened in the past. It ain't over till it's over. Not the best shot there, but we'll take on the black nonetheless. Good pot. And with that little clearance there, we win the frame. We go 2-0 up, and we're looking pretty good here. We're not looking too bad at all. We're not slipping into those same mistakes, but we're not playing the best snooker at the same time. Again, Luca Brissell has had chances so far, and as you can see by the scoreline, he's not taken them.
Thank you. The third frame.
So this frame is a big one.
Brissell to break.
Big frame this is. Always a big difference between 2-1 and 3-0 in the momentum stakes. And this is a good chance to get our foot in the door in frame number 3. But have we just misjudged it? Yes, we have. We played that too quick. 99 times out of 100 we pot that. Just stepped up for the shot a bit too quickly there. Should have just calmed down, but I think we're all guilty of it sometimes. If we know something's going to work or have got pretty much good faith that it's going to work, we don't take a second to think. And now it's Luca with the chance. Playing the blue though again here, and he's missed it by an absolute mile. So, a strange shot. I mean, that they applaud him, but I don't particularly know what for. Okay, it was a decent safety, but I don't think it was what he was intending. He was definitely intending to pot that. Don't care what anybody says.
Great shot.
Surely the black must have gone. Surely. Makes me feel like it didn't now. What the hell's he done there? What on earth has he done here?
Foul and a miss.
He's hit the brown.
No
Now,
advantage here.
I don't think he's in a snooker. Well, he could be actually. But wouldn't you just come down the table and then back up? Well, not like this.
That's a pretty careless shot to hit the
I don't know what he's doing here. We're going to put him back in again.
Neil Robertson, 4.
And if he misses this, he loses the frame. I don't know what he's trying to do here.
I have to warn you, if you fail to hit a ball on this stroke, the frame will be awarded to your opponent.
He's hit the brown.
Wow.
And that's a foul.
Well, you might say that's an exploit of the game, but that was the shot choice that Luca chose. And 3 fouls in a row where the Reds were in full view. And we've won a frame. What's that? Cleared.
Thank you, the 4th frame. Neil Robertson to break.
As if we got that achievement for that. I've been wanting that for a year and a half. That's a little bit controversial. As maybe was our choice to put him back in again, but you know, it's one of them things. It would happen in real life, and Lucas picked the wrong shot there, so that was a big frame. Yes, it was, but it didn't last very long, did it? Maybe missing that red was the bit of luck we needed. Wow, this is a brilliant position we've got ourselves in. Excellent position, really is. And that is not the best shot from Luca at all.
He's not played that well. Tough shot, but he could have played it better.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner.
Cracking
pocket.
pot on the red.
Great opening red.
I'm going to want to nominate the black, obviously. Pillock. Just want to make sure we don't get too cocky here. Can happen very easily.
Well,
Just
that's
need to
left
be
him a
careful of
little
that.
awkward there.
8.
Going to have to go into them here. We haven't really got much of an option.
He'll want this to
But this
drop
could be a
into the
frame-winning
pocket.
shot. Oh, I thought that might have caused a bit more impact, but obviously not. So what I'm going to do here, being 3 frames up, it might well be the negative shot, but
He's looking to drop this in behind the brown.
it's a shot I'm going to play, and well, we've been... that's our own fault. That's our own fault there for being
Loss of focus,
negative.
perhaps?
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson,
We
9.
hit the brown. Well, we didn't hit the brown. That was the problem.
Free ball.
This shot depends on perfect pace. He'll be conscious of not underhitting the
And that
cue
wasn't the
here.
best shot. Not to get behind the black, but we've all done it in the past, so it's one of those things. We've got a buffer. It's not too bad, but as we've seen in matches before, I'm not even going to mention that match again. It's all about getting over the line. It's all well and good being at this point, but you've got to get over the line. And that, you might call it lucky, but he doesn't leave anything on there. That's rather annoying. Try and get this nice and safe. And it's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Half a chance here.
He's going for that. Bit close to the cushion for my liking. He might well pot this.
Oh, so close.
No.
He needed some luck there.
But again, he gets away with it. But then again, I suppose we got away with winning the last frame. So it's swings and roundabouts. Really not the best shot there by going into the blue. But again, as Brissell did earlier, we get away with it. But a lovely shot, actually. Didn't realise that red went. But yeah, interesting. Good shot. Meanwhile, that wasn't the best shot.
Look at Brissell, 1.
Really not playing his best game, is he? But as you can see, the positional shot wasn't much cop either. To be quite honest. But I'm going to play the safe shot here. Try and get it back up to the bulk if we miss. But it's a lovely shot, actually. Lovely pot. Just need a bit more confidence. But it's okay. It was a shot to nothing.
1.
But we also knew that we might be able to get on a colour. But I think it might be worth trying to perfect that shot we played earlier. Try and get it behind the green. Again, that's not bad. Hit it a bit harder, but I can completely understand that. Why we do that. Seems logical, given what happened earlier. But he is touching ball. It is one of the two below, though, so it does mean we can take on this red without being penalised. Should be potable, should be okay. And it's there. Position wasn't going to be the best. I kind of knew that. But got to play a good shot here. But yellow is on. Probably feel the most comfortable playing that because, of course, it's on its spot. So we are used to playing that shot.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Good pot. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky with the position there. Hitting the green on the way back. We might be alright. We'll have a look. Yeah, we're okay. Did panic a bit there, though.
This really is tricky.
Good shot. Good pot and a great split. Excellent split. That's just what we needed.
4.
Well, this is a tough pink, but getting to position here, and this could be the match-winning shot.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Missed a shot similar to this, though, in frame number 2, but this time it's there.
Well,
The Reds are at our mercy.
superb positional shot.
It looks like, again, it's not all over yet, but it looks like our record against the Belgian Bullet is going to continue, but unfortunately we're going to have to hit this one with power because the Reds are so all over the place. Oh, no. Oh, it's okay.
11.
I decided to panic a bit there. It's just about okay, I think. Not ideal. I wouldn't like to play this usually, but I think we're safe too.
Half a chance here.
Come on, black. Good pot. I'll take that. Again, just a few awkward shots to play here because of the position we got. These never easy. But once again, the reward's great if we can pot it.
He's taking on the long red to the corner.
Looks good. And it's there. Lovely. But again,
That's right out of the top drawer.
we're not on that brown, are we? Oh, we're up. No, we're not. Okay, so I think it's really that blue to the middle we've got to take on here. But it's there.
He won't be too
Again,
happy
just
with
lacking a
his
bit of
position
confidence here, I have to say.
24.
Not really getting the position we require. And this is not a shot I'd want to play either, but you just can't play safe at this point. You really can't. When the Reds are this split, that's the thing. When the Reds split this much, you've got to be getting good cue ball control. But to be fair, we've played a few tricky shots and we've navigated them well. I just hope that, well, I also feel, I really hope that's the last difficult shot we've got to play.
Great shot.
Great queuing there.
But we've got a gap of 36 points. Certainly not over yet.
To drop this in gently.
But if we can continue to grow that, it should be our match.
32.
How many reds are there? 5 reds. Did think the black would go there again. Caught napping.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Great blue. Oh, this is a bit dodgy. This is a bit dodgy. We're not making it easy for ourselves, are we? Goodness me. Really not. I don't like the look of this. Could go wrong this, so I'm going to play as a bit of a shot to nothing.
I'm not sure
And we were right to. We've missed it, but look at where the red ball's going. It's followed us. And that is just about the worst luck possible. That needs to pull up. Yeah, I don't give him much chance of potting that. He might go for it though. Could be proved wrong. He has got a chance of going for this one. I thought maybe to the middle pocket, but he's missed that, I think. Yeah, he's missed it.
Not really the
So even though he's had a few little chances, he's not taken them.
playing for the right corner here.
And there's nothing I can do about that. You can only play against who you're playing against. You can only influence what you're doing, not your opponent. Bit worried about those 3 reds congregating by the pocket, but after this blue,
He's an expert
we
long
should
tosser,
only
and he's
need
taking
another
this
red
on.
and a colour.
Great pot.
Again, we're not making it easy for ourselves. We're really not. It's getting a bit frustrating now, this is. Again, missed this and it's an opportunity. And yeah, we've missed it. But we've really got away with that.
Neil Robertson.
We've not played our best today, but again, it seems to have been enough to get through. And with conviction this time, it seems that we're going to win by 4 frames to nil. It's not over yet, but
He's got the cue ball in a
48 ahead, 59 left on the table. I mean, I guess if we make a mistake, he could come back into it. But it's a long way back now for Luca.
nicely played.
Just trying to split those 2 reds, and that has not worked for him. I don't particularly know why he was playing that.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Just let your opponent do all the work. And can we do what we didn't do in frame 3? We certainly do. We get the long pot.
He couldn't have played
And all we now need is the black to register what's going to be our easiest victory of the Riga Masters so far.
8.
Luca Brissell has just not turned up today. He quite literally gifted us that third frame by not being able to get out of that snooker. But I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. Another round through. And we're through for the first time to the last 8 of the Riga Masters. And we register also, of course, another victory to increase our growing record and improve that record against Brissell.
17.
And a victory against a top 8 player. Again, it's all building the confidence to have a good run after the Worlds. Not hit that one brilliantly. Not going to matter though at this point.
24.
Isn't going to matter at all.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
And it's not far off, but it won't matter at this point again. We are 72 points ahead. Only 35 left on the table. The Belgian bullet will come and shake our hand.
20.
And that was an easier match than I ever expected. So episode 200 will be the start of the last 8. We're only going to have to need 1 session to play this one in. I wasn't expecting that. As you can see though, Luca just not in the game at all. 45 points overall. Not the cleanest to snooker. 54 the highest break overall, but as long as you get through, it doesn't matter. And that's certainly what we did with a victory of 4 frames to nil over the Belgians. So, who's it going to be in the last 8? Who we're going to have to take on? I think it's best of 7 again. And would you look at that? Our opponents from last year in the last 16. Kyron Wilson. I look forward to that. I do look forward to that starting on Monday. You can see if we win this match, then the fairly big funds start to come in. 15,000 for getting to the semi-final. But, interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. The last 8 against Kyron Wilson. Once again, on Monday's episode number 200, we will play the first 4 frames. And then, if needed, on Wednesday's episode, we will play the final session. But if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and of course, make sure to subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, and on a Saturday at 6 PM. Thank you for your company today, and I will see you guys in Monday's episode. Goodbye for now.